Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to DBI's Rink here live in Discovery Bay, Hong Kong, China. This is the final game of the 2026 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship Division 3 Group B. My name is Scott Yang, alongside with longtime local legend Keith Fong, also Venue and Operations Director of the tournament. We welcome everyone to this wonderful game between Hong Kong, China and Uzbekistan. First to enter the arena, the officiating crew from the Netherlands, Nicholas van Grisben. And the two linespersons from Croatia, Tomislav Grozak, and from Singapore, Michael Chi-Seng Lo. First to enter the rink is Hong Kong, China, greeted with a lot of fanfare by the local fans here. Hong Kong, China right now stands in third place. 4 games, 3 wins, 1 loss, 9 points in total, 31 goals for, 11 goals against. And soon to enter the rink, it would be the team from Uzbekistan, right now unbeaten in 4 games. They've showed dominance over all the teams they played, with the only exception with Luxembourg, where they were unable to score over 20 goals. That's how good they are, and that's how good they have been. And tonight they need the host, Hong Kong, China, in the very last game of their tournament. And here we are after 14 games in this tournament, the final one. This game can be a difference between the standings between the first 3 teams. Uzbekistan, DPR Korea, and Hong Kong, China. Hong Kong, China cannot finish lower than 3rd place, but with a win there, things could change dramatically. If Hong Kong does not win, or if they don't win in regulation, they will have to settle for 3rd place. DPR Korea will win a silver, and Uzbekistan will win gold medal. Keith, any of your predictions or analysis for this game here?
If everybody's watched all the games so far, Uzbekistan is definitely the team to beat, and they outscored. Their goal for is 88, goal for, and they've only given up 7. So Hong Kong is going to have an uphill battle, to say the least, but hey, this is why we play the game, and with the home crowd fans, you just never know, and I'm sure the boys are going to try their best in this final game.
Looks like in net for Hong Kong, China. It's probably going to be Rexton Chui. And in net for Uzbekistan, still number 20, Muratov. He's played every single game and is continuing to be the backbone of the Uzbekistan defense. And now we are going to have 3 full periods of 20 minutes each, full body contact ice hockey, the final game of all these tournaments here in Hong Kong this year. And that is face-off. Uzbekistan sends it in on the right side. It's on the left side. It's Gilov. Here comes Brian Tang. In front of the goal. Hong Kong tries to center it. Nice quick spin around by Brian Tang. Tang looking to send it back to number 9. Ryan Chu, these two, the top scorers for the Hong Kong Chinese team. Maltsev. And here is Kravchenko, the top scoring forward for. Kravchenko scores immediately. Within a minute, it's 1-0 Uzbekistan.
Well, not to start the Hong Kong ones, but I mean, these players here are definitely, as you can see, their skill levels, it's almost like pro. As he comes down the middle here and just rips a shot, top corner, no chance at all for Rexton Chu as Uzbekistan takes an early lead.
The shot was so nicely placed, it hit the top corner, goes back in. And now it's a 1-0 lead from Uzbekistan. Hong Kong could win promotion with very specific conditions. We'll come to that when we do have time. Here's Siniavsky with the shot blocked, sends it back out into the neutral zone. We have yet to see a team here in the division giving Uzbekistan reasonable resistance. And they're looking to win this one in a dominant fashion again. But Hong Kong, with the fans around, it's going to hopefully make their job a little tougher. Here's Rasulov, the captain, sends down low. Kostrovkin in the neutral zone, sending it back. Golobovic with a shot, this one wide. Ryan Tang hangs on to the puck. Finds room, moves out, gave it away. Sends it back in, number 21, that's Nazarevich. Yam Yao in the left corner, sends it out, giving chase Ryan Chu. And it's going to be icing. Hong Kong, China unable to make the change.
Like you said, no one's been able to come close. I mean, the closest score was Luxembourg at 14-0. All the other games have scored, I believe, 20 plus goals. So Hong Kong here just has to do what they can, and you know, there's going to be, I think, some good experience for them playing against this top team here.
And a lot of fans watching the games, they might not realize, maybe we've talked about it before, but Uzbekistan is definitely not a team who belongs in this division. It's just that they've joined the IIHF quite recently. This is a very good team. I personally think they belong in 1A or 1B. They are ways ahead of the level of competition in this league, or this division. So when you see your kids or your Hong Kong players not performing as you expected, it's not their fault. It's just that these teams are at completely different levels. It's like when you put Canada against Hong Kong, you don't win. I mean, I don't mean Uzbekistan is as great a team, but the level, the difference in level is very, very clear here. And Uzbekistan was able to beat DPR Korea 20-3, and Hong Kong was unable to beat DPR Korea. So just with that little stat line there, you know it's going to be a tough night for Hong Kong, China. But this game, regardless of the results, Hong Kong, China is going to come out with a medal. Here's Dorofia with a shot hit. A player went down, get up immediately. Maltsev on the right side. Cross-ice pass. Sends it down low. Very nice passing. Now Hong Kong, China. Curtis Chan picks up the puck, gave it away. Try to get it out, but Uzbekistan keep it in front of the net. Two Uzbekistani players. Back and forth goals as shots. Here's another shot. Down low, they are very patient. Look at how Hong Kong collapsed in front of the net. Frantically defending. They're so lucky they got out of this mess. And here's another shot. Goalie Rexton Choi with another awesome save. Here is G-Love. G-Love out close, and finally another goal by Uzbekistan. They are just out of this world.
Well, obviously it's a skill level of the Uzbekistan team, you can see. So Hong Kong cannot make these mistakes. They had twice, they had chances to get the puck out, and they didn't. And this is what happens if the puck just ends up in the back of the net.
You see Rexton Choi did all he could. And then finally having to let up the goal. Here is Hong Kong, China with a chance there. Nice shot. Muratov with the save. Now, credit to Hong Kong, China, not a lot of teams were able to fire their goalie.
Well, this is what Hong Kong needs to do. I mean, this is a good shift for them. They got to finally get a shot on net, and they need some play back here on the Uzbekistan zone as best as possible.
2-0 Uzbekistan. Onside play. Oh, it's offside. Rasulov offside. And we're 5 minutes into the game. Hong Kong fans now cheering for their local team. A lot of parents, friends, local fans. I've seen a lot of local players who I haven't seen for a long time just coming out to Discovery Bay to soak in the atmosphere, to see these teams play, and of course watch the Uzbekistanis play. Everyone who's seen them play marveled at their skills. Now we're pitting Hong Kong, China, these young boys, young men, against these juggernauts. And Hong Kong, China, this game has implications. If Hong Kong, China were to beat Uzbekistan, they will win a silver medal instead of the bronze, and DPR Korea will drop down to third place. If Hong Kong, China beats Uzbekistan by 9 goals, they would win gold and be promoted to the next division. But right now they're down by 2 goals. That's the math anyway.
One question that people have asked me was, why is Uzbekistan in this pool? And you explained it very well earlier, Scotty. Because they started the program last year, they have to work their way up. They can't be just placed, in 1A or 1B and assume that's the level. So, yes, they do not belong at this level. They will get moved up, play with other teams, obviously in the higher division. And
Uzbekistan, yeah, there you go.
You're gonna see them move up in the next few years, obviously.
Uzbekistan, it's a relatively new nation. They had a long history of ice hockey, but that was in the Soviet era. And once they've declared their independence, they took down their main ice hockey arena. And so there was this entire generation of players with no ice hockey until very recently. I think it was 6, 7, 8 years ago, they finally have their own ice hockey arena that's purpose-built and built to the specifications of having a team in the KHL. That's how aggressive they are.
Well, keep in mind too, each country has to have a league. They have to have at least 4 teams playing 3 20-minute stop time periods. So it can't be just like, oh, I have a national team, I want to join the IIHF for the World Championship program. So they have to meet the minimum, standard requirements in order to play in the World Championships. So it's not just having like a national team. They need to make sure that they have players playing in this minimum requirement, which Hong Kong does, of course.
13:38 to go. Here is Hong Kong, China. Wants to pass it, makes the pass, backhand shot, goalie made the save. Hong Kong, China looking good with their attacks. Speedy, lots of energy, and I think that's exactly what they need in this game.
So it looks like the coaches have mixed the lines up just a little bit. You have Justin Chang here with Brian Tang and Jovi Watt on this power play here.
Here is Jovi Wettenlock going in with speed, shoots, goalie with the save. In terms of shots on goals, I think this is a good period for Hong Kong, China, making a lot of shots.
Well, you can see they were playing with a little bit of nerves, right? The second goal, they had chances to get it up, but they didn't. But now it looks like they've calmed down and, you know, playing their game, which is speed, passing, and now they're getting shots on goal.
.12 to go, 2-0 Uzbekistan. Hong Kong, China playing pretty well in my opinion, limiting the Uzbekistani scoring to just 2. And now I'm sure Uzbekistan is finding this game a little challenging. And you can look forward to seeing these Uzbekistani players giving a little more. Here comes Uzbekistan, number 22 Siniavsky to Kravchenko, their top scorer. .11 to go, still 2-0. It's going to be an offside call. And face off, oh, it's a too many player penalty.
Yeah, it looks like it was a bit of a sloppy change. And the referee's caught that. And Hong Kong now will go, well, they won't be short-handed yet. There's still 9 seconds left in Uzbekistan penalty. There'll be 4-4, and then Uzbekistan will be on the power play.
Also a full house today, with a lot of fans showing up on this fine Sunday night. Here's the shot. Puck hits the back of the net, the boards. Hong Kong, China with the counter attack. Here's Brian Tang with a shot. This one's steered aside by the goalie. Uzbekistan, Rustamkhanov sends it to Dorofiev on the right side. Dorofiev's cuts in, finds Kravchenko. Kravchenko very calm with the power play. Here's Maltsev, fakes the shot, sends it to the right. In front of the goalie, 2 white shirts. Try to make a fancy move on and shot on goal by Siniavsky. Back on to the right side, Maltsev here. Maltsev getting close onto the left side. Chilov on the right side, needs to be checked in front of the net. Here's a shot, gloved down by the goalie, and for the whistle as well.
If you take a look at the Uzbekistan team here, I believe all of them were 6 feet and above. So it's obviously not just a weight advantage, a height advantage, as you can see. So Rexon Chu's going to have his work out from looking around the screens of the Uzbekistan players.
Here is Dorofiev, a huge slapper. Here's a one-timer from Kravchenko. This one hits the post. From behind the net, it's Siniavsky, back to Kravchenko. Kravchenko still hanging on. Chilov with a shot. This one blocked, and now Maltsev trying to keep the puck in the zone, and it skips over a stick back into the neutral zone. Siniavsky goes back the other way. See how quick they go back into the attacking zone. Now Hong Kong pokes it away into the neutral zone again. Maltsev, Kravchenko going in. Siniavsky on his left. Dorofiev on the right. Dorofiev from behind the net looking for Maltsev. Maltsev gets it back to Dorofiev. Look out for the left wing. Long shot by Maltsev. Blocked by a stick, and Hong Kong, China sends it down for a change. 10-20 to go in the first period. 2-0 to score. Still 14 seconds remaining in a power play for Uzbekistan. Here's a little goofy pass back to their own zone. It hits the goalie. Now here's number 8, Rustamkhanov on the right, the young player from the U18 roster. Rustamkhanov one times, Rasulov the captain. Also saved by the goalie in Rexton Chui. Here is Hong Kong on a 2-on-1. All alone, shoots. And the goalie made a great save there.
You know, the 88 goals that Uzbekistan scored, I would say majority of them are not just big slap shots in the top corner. I mean, they pass the puck so well using backdoor plays. I watched the warm-up. As you can see on that last power play, he's going to pass to the left side here for a one-timer. Fortunately, he hit the post for Hong Kong, and that's what Hong Kong's going to watch out for. These backdoor passes, which Uzbekistan love to do.
Uzbekistan's so calm with the puck. They just know what they want to do with it in the attacking zone. They're in no rush to send the puck towards the goalie. They know they have the skills. But right now they are scoring just 2 goals over this Hong Kong Chinese team, a very young team, by the way. And of course the goalie, Rexton Choi, already doing a fantastic job in it.
Well, Hong Kong settled down. So they just, again, just need to play their game, and they're keeping up with this Uzbekistan team here.
Shots on goals 15-5 for Uzbekistan. Rustamkinov down low. Back to Kabiba with a long shot. Deflected in front, rebound. Also stopped by the goalie. Here's Rustamkinov again. This team playing like a power play. You just can't strip the puck away from them because the basic skills are so good. You hang on to the puck and keep finding weaknesses and keep cycling the puck until they see an open net. Here's Kogan, the tallest player on the ice right now. Hong Kong, China tips it in. Giving chase, Ryan Chu. On the right, Brian Tang. Sharp angle shot, goalie had to make a save. A good game also for Daniel Muratov, the goalie for Uzbekistan as well. Performing very well just when he's needed. 8 minutes and change remaining. Here's Rustamkinov signaling for his players to get changed. This young player, Rustamkinov, from their system in Binokor, Tashkent. It's going to be one of the future stars for the team. That's an offside play against Uzbekistan.
Now you might say, like, hey, this Uzbekistan team, sure they may not belong in this division because their skill level is so great, but if you're a young hockey player, watch how they protect the puck. Watch how they pass. You know, this is something you can learn by just watching them, and they know where each other are, as I'm sure they practice this millions of times.
Here is the shot. Turns around with a shot, and the goalie made another save. It's an icing call.
Now I know Rexton Chu has been playing in our Hong Kong league, and he's faced a lot of really good shots, but I don't think he's ever faced shots like this. So, I mean, he's thriving right now under the pressure. He's doing an excellent job making the saves that he's supposed to do, so good for him right now. I don't have the shot count, but it's probably close up to 20 shots. And we still got 7:16 left here in the first period. So you can see Uzbekistan here just playing with the puck, just in position, know where each other is here, and they're making some passes here, but Hong Kong's still doing a great job in keeping what we call the box and playing in the position.
And you're doing a great job too with the commentary, Keith.
Well, I try, but I think you do a lot better with the names.
Here comes Hong Kong, China. Kaka Cheng with the shot. dumps it in for a change. Here comes Uzbekistan. WMIIIB spins around. Maltsev back to WMIIIB.
If you watch them, that last place there, you can be very creative. They pass the puck right through the legs, and knowing that there's a player behind them to take that pass.
Here comes the goalie with another save. On the board, spins around, dials it in, and we have a whistle.
I don't think they were going to call a penalty here. So the player that was about to get onto the ice, he had his leg draped over the boards here and stopped the play, obviously. So look, the faceoff is going to be inside his zone. There won't be a penalty. And let's see what Hong Kong can do here on this faceoff. 5:34 left here in the first period.
Uzbekistan sends it down to Hong Kong zone and adds another whistle.
So again, for those that are new to ice hockey, you can see that the team that did not ice the puck gets to choose which side of the rink they like to face off. So obviously you can see Brian Tan chooses the right side here on his strong side. And as you can see, wins the draw.
Here is Uzbekistan going in. Play goes the other way. Kulobovic to Siniavsky. Pete, the Uzbekistanis not playing as well as we've seen them. Do you have any analysis from this?
Well, I just think Hong Kong's, like I mentioned, finally are away from their nerves. They're playing their style. The first 5 minutes, you can see them running around a little bit and giving up the puck, but now they've settled down. However, now it looks like Hong Kong will be shorthanded. First Chan there with a slash, and Uzbekistan will be back on the power play.
5:01 to go in the opening period. Uzbekistan, I don't know, for me it's surprising. Just 2 goals. Here's the WMIIIB, and you just have to give it to Rexton Choi. He's been playing superb.
Yeah, other than the nerves, and Rexton's just making those big saves like he has throughout the whole tournament. And the goals that he landed obviously is not his fault. So Hong Kong's keeping it close, and hey, like I said, you never know.
Hong Kong can take silver if they win this game, and if they can beat Uzbekistan. I don't think silver is the thing that matters the most. It's the fact they beat these guys, these giants who are for at least 3 to 4 divisions above Hong Kong, China. Here's a one-time and they score.
Yep, this is the play they practiced during that warm-up. Again, winning draws is key, and Hong Kong loses this one. It passes, one-timer, no chance for Rexton. 3-0, Uzbekistan.
Face off into center ice.
I know it's easier said than done, but it's just those little details where, if you obviously win the face-off, you're going to have a better chance in killing the penalty or getting a shot on goal if you're in the offensive zone here.
Some of our players, they don't really understand, or they don't really know too much about international ice hockey, but the level between divisions is so high that, it's even if it's just between 2 divisions, the difference of skills is just so great. Often you see teams moving up a division, and it would take them years before they get finally have a good, solid, competitive skill level compared to the same one.
Well, this is why the national program for each country is so important. I mean, they obviously have to develop from the grassroots. The more kids that are playing, and it's not just overnight, it's a generation. And you see the players now that are playing in Hong Kong, and we knew them when they're kids. So example, Bobby, I knew him when he was, very young age, and now, same with Rexton, all these players, need to develop, and it's important to have that support from the national program, and you can see the development as we move towards the years of development.
Here is number 3, Kogan. Under 3 minutes to go, still 3-0 Uzbekistan. Siniavsky moves in. And here is Hong Kong on a 2-on-3. Sent it in, tipped by Uzbekistan. Now here's Golobovic. Siniavsky. Golobovic, a very nice young player here. Golobovic going in, couldn't get past the 3 Hong Kong Chinese defenders. They're doing a great job clogging up the slot area and in front of the crease. So far they're limiting Uzbekistan to shooting from the perimeter. Well, not quite perimeter, but they couldn't quite get in. That's perhaps part of the plan for the coaching staff, which I've heard been doing a great job. Here's another slap shot blocked by Hong Kong China, and Ryan Lee limping a little bit with the block shot. Here is a shot and a goal by Uzbekistan.
Well, Hong Kong's doing all they can do, and it's unfortunate because Ryan Lee makes a great initial block, and he tries to swats the puck away, and it just hits his own player. So without getting the puck out of the zone, Uzbekistan controls, passes out, and now leads 4-0. I see some of the Hong Kong players starting to get a little frustrated. I mean, they can't. I mean, sure, you're down 4-0, but you're playing up almost like a professional team. So the team needs to just hold together here, and you got 1:18 left, and then regroup here after the intermission. Down to the final minute left here in the first period.
Final minute of the first period, 4-0 the score. Uzbekistan still in the lead in the driver's seat. If they indeed go finish the game with a winning score, Uzbekistan would win promotion 2 consecutive years. And also with their under-18 men's team, they were also a recent promoted. Here's another shot. And you just ought to give it to Rexton Chui, the goalie. Awesome performance today.
So Loco Wong here just took a big hit on the right side. I'm just looking at him right now. He's at the bench. He's just trying to stretch it out. But he's talking to the trainer right now. It looks like his left shoulder that was hurt a little bit earlier. So he's getting his trainers to look at it right now. But there's 10 seconds left in the period, and they just need to get out of here.
Face-off win by Dorofiev with a shot blocker saved by the goalie. Dorofiev again with another shot. It was a deflected out of bounds. And 3 more seconds to go in the period. 4-0 Uzbekistan. Now the question becomes, how long can Rexton sustain his exceptional performance? And how much more energy does the players on Hong Kong China have remaining in their tanks? And that would do it for the period. 4-0 Uzbekistan.
Well, very well respected period played by Team Hong Kong. Team Uzbekistan obviously looks like they can turn it on almost any time they want. And Hong Kong right now is only down 4-0. So again, very respectable first period of play, and we're looking forward to the second period.
Indeed, we'll take a break. When we're back, we'll be having the second period for you guys. Welcome everyone back to DBI Rink here in Discovery Bay, Hong Kong, China. This is the 2026 IIHF World Championships Division 3 Group B. Final day of the tournament, final game of the day. We bring you Hong Kong, China versus Uzbekistan. Second period, my name is Scott Yang alongside with Keith Fung. And we get ready for the start of the second period.
Once again, a great crowd here at Discovery Bay Ice Rink. They're cheering on Team Hong Kong, China as we get ready here for the second period.
Both teams switch sides. Hong Kong, China with a jab in front of the goalie. Murtaugh made the save. And here is Dorofeyev to Kravchenko. Kravchenko spins around, showcasing his skating abilities. Very nice feed to Dorofeyev on the right side. Dorofeyev back to Kravchenko. Nice touch back to Dorofeyev. Fakes a shot. Sends it across the ice. Here is Kusamboev. Gilov at center. Back to the left side. Cross to Dorofeyev. Fakes a shot. Kravchenko. Kravchenko still with the puck. Look at the control this Uzbekistani team has. Hong Kong, China unable to get the puck. Here is a slap shot blocked in front of the goalie. Hong Kong trying to keep the puck out of their own zone. Now here are some player collision. And Uzbekistan coming back into their own zone to corral the puck. Gilov tips it into the attacking zone. And here is Kravchenko. And they score again. 5-0 Uzbekistan.
As we pointed out, all their goals, the majority of their goals are just tic-tac-toe passing. They worked on this obviously in practice and warm up as he gets Rexachu to slide across, but no chance for him there. And now they lead 5-0.
5-0 Uzbekistan. Ryan Lee with the shot. Petrosyan. Now immediately Uzbekistan regains possession. Uzbekistan. Here is Kakaching. Siniavsky unable to keep it in. Hong Kong, China goes in. Wang Qingyu on to the left with a shot. This one deflected. Here comes Uzbekistan to the captain Rasulov on the left side. Rasulov. Jovi Watt chips it in into the corner. Centering pass, lap pass. Here is Siniavsky. Rasulov. Nice move, tries to give it back to Siniavsky. Now Hong Kong, China with 3-on-1. Here is a breakaway chance for Hong Kong, China. Moves it and they score!
Great goal! Hong Kong, China gets on the board. Justin Chang with a nice deke. Gets a nice pass from Jovi Watt and makes a nice deke to his forehand. Dekes out the goaltender, and Hong Kong is now on the board.
It has to be noted, despite Uzbekistan's offensive prowess, they have never shut out, or they did against Luxembourg. That's the only team they were unable to, that was unable to score against this Uzbekistani team, and now Hong Kong with a goal of their own.
I'm glad you said the shutout word afterwards, because if you said it and then they let in a goal, then you would have jinxed it, right?
No jinx, no jinx. Hockey players are the most non-superstitious players on the world, right?
Oh, yeah.
Here's Asimov, the young player, under 18. Gets it to number 16, Dada Kujayev. Dada Kujayev. Asimov going into the slot, cutting into the slot. Pass broken up by Hong Kong, China. Kogan, long shot, deflection in front of the net by Asimov. Now puck battle in the boards in the corner. Hong Kong China coming out with the puck. Giving chase, number 16, Michael Shum, the first line forward for Hong Kong China. Ryan Chu to Curtis Chan. Kogan, very quick movement there. And you must note Kogan, 1.96 meters, the tallest player on the Uzbekistani squad. Even him with very soft hands and smooth skating skills. Rostomkinov on the left side. Leaves it for Asimov from behind. And another goal.
This is unfortunate. It goes off Brendan Choi's stick and past Rexton. As he wait here for the replay. So it looks like the Uzbekistan defenseman just tries to center the pocket, and again it goes off Brendan Choi's stick and past Rexton. As you see right there. And it's a 6-1 Uzbekistan lead.
For Hong Kong China, regardless of the results of this game, they're not going to finish without a medal. Right now as it stands, they're looking at a bronze medal finish in this game, in this division. Same as last year. TPR Korea will take silver, the same as last year as well. And Uzbekistan to go on to finish this game with a win. They will be promoted in a unbeaten fashion here, just like their U18 counterparts. Here comes Uzbekistan, centering pass, goalie with a tip, just enough to get the puck away from danger. Long shot by Kutsanboev, another U18 product. Another save by Rexton Choi. Kutsanboev fakes the shot to Maltsev, down deep. Sends it the other way. Kutsanboev, Maltsev, down low. To number 10, Nasirov. Look at all that passing. The kids, when you're watching the game, passing, skating, these two are the most important skills. They may not be fancy, they may be boring, but they work. Just look at these Uzbekistani players. Simple tricks can work wonders if done to perfection. Here's Kutsanboev, a long shift for this line. But they're looking at a very long skate to the bench. Kravchenko to Gilov. Kutsanboev still on the ice. Kravchenko fakes the shot, moves it to Gilov. Tries to move it to the right side. And Hong Kong China now with the puck. Tries to pass, Kravchenko shoots. Goalie made another save. Brian Tang. Move past to Ryan Chu, to Brian Tang! I did not know how the goalie was managed to save it, but it was not a goal. 14:06 to go, 6-1 the score. Hong Kong China missed their own pass, and now the players go back into their own bench for a change.
That was a great save by the goaltender. Unfortunately, Brian couldn't elevate that puck over the pad. Otherwise, would have Hong Kong's second goal.
Gilov breaking through. Dorofiev on the right side. Gilov moving in. Long shot. Puck battle along the boards. And Kravchenko, their top scorer, move in. Shot saved by the goalie. And what a save again by Rexton Choi.
Now we know Hong Kong is going to be an uphill battle against this great Uzbekistan team, but they have to, or they will experience and learn from this. I mean, I'm sure Rexton Chu's making all these saves, and all these other players playing against such a high-level team. They're definitely going to get some experience out of this.
6-1 is the score. Uzbekistan with possession in the offensive zone. Number 12, Uzbekistan Golobovic sends it down onto the left side in Hong Kong, China with the clearance. And will be icing against Hong Kong, China. Hong Kong Chinese fans still very much cheering hard for the team.
They've been giving such great support throughout, not just only this World Championship, but the Women's Championship, the U18, and it's such a great support from all these fans here in Hong Kong.
And there are a lot of players here in Hong Kong. They don't play the game anymore. Retired from the game, and they're here at the rink. We've seen a lot of those folks around. It's a great thing that this sport, this tournament unites everyone again here in DB Ice Rink.
You just mentioned that. I just saw some players who played against maybe 10, 15 years ago, and all of a sudden they're here. And it's this craze, I guess you could say, for these 3 World Championships has brought so much out of the hockey community. And even those that don't even know about hockey, they're coming out and watching these games.
Here's Hong Kong, China, trying to break out of their own zone into the offensive zone, but players go quickly into their bench for change. Siniavsky goes in, wraps around with a pass. Now, Siniavsky is an interesting player. He's supposedly one of the core players, but he's so tall. He doesn't skate fast. He doesn't appear to, utilize all his strength and speed every single shift. But he's very much in control with all of the shots, all of his puck possession time. Just so casual, skating around into the right spots, waiting for the puck to come to him.
You saw that play there, defenseman number 3, Kogan, just with a clean but a big open ice hit on Ryan Chu. So you can see the difference there in positioning and the body contact of how these players are playing.
I'd also like to thank the IIHF for entrusting Hong Kong China, or the Hong Kong China Ice Hockey Association, with 3 tournaments in a row. I mean, I'm very sure there has to be doubters out there thinking, how could Hong Kong do this? Oh, and that's a goal.
There's that little late slash here by number 8. Rexton Chu made the initial save. It squeaked behind him, and it looked like the Hong Kong defenseman, as you can see here on the replay here, it just squeaks behind Rexton, but it hasn't crossed the line yet. But the Uzbekistan player just pokes it in, and now lead 7-1.
We were talking about the IIHF. There has to be doubters. Even I myself doubted. How could we do it? But through the work of tens and hundreds of people around the community. Also, the DB Ice Rink, they honestly very, very cooperative and supportive. A lot of things I thought that would have been impossible. They said, hey, okay, just as long as you guys, it works for you guys, we're okay with it. So thanks to Raul and the ice rink here. And also the locals, a lot of support during the Easter weekend. A lot of the parents and the helpers we've had, they went out of town, and it's the local residents who came in and volunteered to help out at the tournament, make the women's weekend very successful. Of course, the parents, officials, all the helpers and staff from the Hong Kong China Ice Hockey Association, folks in Finland, IIHF.TV, and of course the IIHF officials, every single one of them who set foot in Hong Kong, China, to help us, educate us, and support us. Thank you, and I think this is a wonderful time to give thanks to all these wonderful, fantastic people in hockey.
Well said, Scotty. I mean, I'm glad you mentioned the volunteers, because they put some, countless hours into all three events. And just like hockey, it is a team effort. It's not that one person or one organization, one agency is going to make all this happen, but we need every part to make this work and make this a success, from the ice ring, the on-ice officials, off-ice officials, the fans, the players, the parents, you. To make it work.
And you too. And I think above all this, here is Bob again on the right with a shot. He knows he couldn't get past, so I thought that was a great vision to just get the shot on net. Had he put it the other side, it might have been a rebound.
We always talk about when you're coming down that right wing and you're taking that shot, let's just make sure you don't miss the net for obvious reasons. But if you miss it and goes back the other way, that team's going to have another breakdown and your guys might get caught.
Here's Ryan Lee with a shot. This one blocked by number 57, Sultanov. Sultanov loses the puck in center ice. Tilak Kujayev steals the puck to Nasserov. And now Hong Kong China gets it back in their own zone. Gives it to Ryan Chu, number 9. Ryan Chu sends it. Ryan Lee on the other side. Centering attempt to Brian Tang. A little trip there. Referee says it's okay. Centering pass! And the goalie was able to keep the puck out of the zone.
Oh, some nice passing play by this Hong Kong top line of Ryan Chu, Michael Shum, and Brian Tang. Tang makes a pass to Michael Shum here, but unfortunately, he didn't get enough, we say wood, but enough carbon, whatever you make out of the sticks now, and the goalie was able to just make that save.
The goalie knew he didn't get the entire puck. He was sliding through the 5-hole. He was very quick to close the legs, the calves, to kind of shut the door to the net. That was very, very smart play by the goalie. Otherwise, it would have been 7-2. Face up in Uzbekistani zone. Gilov facing off against number 11 Wang Wai Sum for Hong Kong China. Uzbekistan with the face-off win, trying to send it out. Gilov, Gorofiev. Gilov skates back. You don't always have to skate forward. You don't see a clear path ahead. Look for a pass. If there's no pass, just skate back. There's more ice in the back. There's no rush to move it up into the attacking zone and crush your teammates. That's exactly what Uzbekistan is doing right here. Gilov with the puck again. Trying to stop it. Puck goes back into the Uzbekistani zone. Gilov with the puck. Intercepted by Yam Yao, and now Uzbekistan is in the zone. Brennan Choi takes the puck, avoids the check. Skating in is number 17, Chan Ho Tong Curtis. Now we have offside.
So the play is offside. I'm not sure the other linesman is at the Hong Kong bench for something, unless he thought it was icing, which is not. Now Hong Kong's hanging in there. I mean, they're doing what they can. They're not going to go down without a fight. So great to see. And kids are watching. Hey, yeah, you might be up against a really good team, but you're not going to give up. You're going to keep playing hard, and this is what Team Hong Kong China is doing right now.
Here's Rasulov breaking through on the right wing. Hits into the corner, and Rasulov is down. He gets up, rejoins the team, skates it off. Siniavsky, that's Golobovic. Sends it down on the right side, into the corner and out ahead. Here comes Hong Kong China coming out of their own zone. Looking for the puck, number 8, Loko Wong. Loko in the corner. Fights the puck out to number 24, Watinlok Jovi. Jovi tries to center it, but gave it away to Rasulov. Siniaski to Kogan. Hogan skates in, one hands it towards the net, and now Hong Kong China has it. Race for the puck here. And Khabibov there first. Checking, stripping the puck from behind. Siniavsky, very calm player. To the captain Rasulov. And now Hong Kong China with a one-on-one. With a shot whiffed on it. Great chance. And look at the size difference here. You just got to give credit to these kids. Even with the size difference, they're not afraid to get into the dirty areas, to get entangled into a jostle. Here's a shot, and a save by the goalie. Wonderful shot attempt by Ryan Chu.
Great pass by Ryan Tang to Ryan Chu, who's in the slot. I actually thought he might have scored here, and the goaltender just makes a great save with his left skate. Now you mentioned that Hong Kong is playing a little more physical, and I also noticed Joby Watt with a great shift last shift with a big hit in the corner, and then he comes back down the other way, makes a couple of nice plays. Great to see him playing in this type of game.
And again, we see the game officials being strict on the change procedures or the face-off procedures. Teams should know by now this seems to be of importance to the officiating crew, and the late changes is something that's not going to be tolerated. Here is Uzbekistan on the right, skating into the corner, trying to come back out. Here is number 17, Salokadin Azimov. Great start to the tournament in the first game in particular. And his scoring kind of fell off as the tournament moved on. A U18 player, the coach in Noman Sejits, gave him a lot of ice time to start the tournament. And slowly, as the tournament progressed, ice time went back to the veterans. But number 8, Rustamkhanov, a lot of ice time. He wasn't with the under 18 squad, but age-wise, he should be eligible for the under 18 tournament.
Maybe he had some exams during that time that could make it.
Rustamkhanov, born 2007. I guess my math, he's 19 years old, so he's eligible to under 20s, but he's a tad too old for the under 18s.
So you're saying that you failed your math exam?
Yes.
So
yes.
Oh, I see that. Okay.
Right. So kids, stay in school, get your math, and don't be like Uncle Scotty. 5:01 to go. Second period, 7-1 to score. Here is Nazarovich. Back to Nazirov. Picked up by Hong Kong China, number 21, Isaac Chan. Some of these kids have a game tomorrow, the local leagues here. I wonder if they are going to be, they would have recovered enough to play the game.
Well, the main thing is, or the best thing is, these guys are going to be in game shape.
It's a two-way thing, right? In shape versus fatigue. I'm sure these experienced in the pockets, they will play the game with some newfound experience. The intensity of these games, sure they're going to bring it back to the local leagues. So they play the same way from start to the end, every single game, with their heart and soul, and that's what ice hockey should be for these kids.
They're going to be motivated, and like I said, they're going to learn from this experience and how to play these type of games. And they're going to bring it back to their teams, and I'm sure the teams that are playing tomorrow night in the first game of the playoffs of the HKL is going to be excited to have them back.
And let's not forget some of these players on the senior team here in Hong Kong, China. They were also a part of the under 18 team. A couple of kids actually play up into the senior division. So after tonight, some of these would be multiple winners, medal winners after all these tournaments are said and done. Here's number 7, Kravchenko. Back to Kravchenko, and you cannot let Kravchenko alone like that. The top scorer of the division, and he scores again.
And very similar to their other goals, they're gonna stretch Patch on the other side of Rexton, making him move from left to right. And again, just ripping it over him, and he had no chance at all. And Uzbekistan now lead 8-1.
And now the Hong Kong coaching staff will have a sticky situation, in my own opinion. I don't think it's good to leave Rexton in the net anymore, but a change now would be awkward. So perhaps after the period, send in Moses Fung.
Well, I'm sure with 3 minutes left, they're going to discuss this in the intermission and see how Rexton does. And it's sometimes, depending on the coaches and depending on if they wanted their goalie still in. And who knows, maybe Moses might see some action.
Here's Kravchenko with another shot. Goalie made a toe save. The shot might have missed though, but it's a good save regardless. And here is on the right side, Gorofiev, very recognizable with his height and his long flowing hair and his super hard slap shots. He likes to slap the shots in from the face-off circle, or as known as Ovechkin's office. Here's Hogan. 2:08 remaining in the period, 8-1 the score. And I just can't believe we're almost coming to the end of the tournament.
You know, people always say, hey, one more day to go, one more game to go. And I mean, I don't understand. Like, I kind of like this. I don't want it to finish, Scotty.
Next year, talk to talk to the chairman. And talking about the chairman, I think he deserves a lot of credit. I mean, his vision, I could not understand at the very beginning, but now I think everyone sees what these tournaments are doing, and I think he has to be applauded with his guts, his intuition, and his, I don't know, stubbornness.
No,
yeah.
I totally agree with you. I mean, Sherman's leadership, his vision, you know, for hosting these 3 World Championships, like you said, I was like, wow, 3? Like, within a short period of time, and again, I just love his leadership, his vision, and he's done awesome things here for the Hong Kong China Ice Hockey Association. So we're all here to support him too. Yeah,
it almost seemed like an impossible task at the beginning, and so much doubt about this, but we of course we came along and encountered a lot of barriers, a lot of issues and technical issues, things that we thought at the time couldn't be solved, but hey, this is Hong Kong, China. We solve it the Hong Kong way. Some of the things, you know, we just get by with, you know, makeshift stuff. And in the end, I think most of, if not all of the players, are quite happy with what they saw, what they experienced, and you know, it's been a great experience. And you know, as it, just like Sturman Chan said, you know, now that we have the experience, the next time we do this again, everything is going to be way smoother. Everyone's going to know what to do, and that's something that I've never thought about.
Well, and keep in mind, the bar has set pretty high.
Yeah.
We've been getting some very good comments from people around, the fans. The teams has really complimented the organizing committee, and thanks for the IIHF support, and together, you know, putting on 3 awesome shows, I guess you can say. And
it goes without saying, Sherman Chan, the chairman, very handsome dude.
I'll leave it as that.
13 seconds to go.
I heard he has a nice car too, though, doesn't he?
I don't know. So many cars Here's a block by Hong Kong, China, and we have a whistle for high sticking.
I mean, with these 3 World Championships, I call
Yes.
it the craze.
Yes.
As I mentioned, there's kids that never watch hockey or never heard of hockey or just starting in hockey. And again, I just want to shout out to my daughter Giselle. She's motivated to shoot the puck or become a better skater. And I just love that. It's not just her. Like I said, the kids around the area in DB or just watching anywhere around the world or in Hong Kong, we just want them to really enjoy this, such a great game. So now I know, or I hope they know, why I love this game so much. It's so exciting. We got one more period to go though, Scotty.
Yeah, I can't believe it, but that would be the well, oh, maybe Hong Kong ties the game and we have overtime. But if that's not the case, then this will be the last and final period. I don't know, it's been 44 games now, and I think it's the last intermission we'll take, and we'll enjoy the final 17 and a half minutes of intermission, and we'll be right back with the third period. Welcome back to the third period. 8-1 to score Uzbekistan and Hong Kong, China, and I still cannot believe this is it. The final period over the course of, I don't know, what, 2 months, 2.5 months?
Yeah, it's, for me, it's sad. I mean, because, you know me, I love to be at the rink, but
right.
I gotta tell my family, Daddy's gonna be home tomorrow.
Right, I know. My daughter, Ria, she's gonna be the happiest in the world to see the daddy go home. Yeah, Daddy's coming home tomorrow. Well, yeah, tomorrow. To my son Xavier as well, my wife. Thanks for their support. You know, my wife picked up so much slack because I wasn't home. All that homework, you know how Hong Kong works. You know the homeworks, the academics, and all that. You know, I thank them for being so nice that they let me to come here and work this job. So thank you for them, and I'm sure, Keith, a lot of people around your life that you need to thank to.
Well, specifically here on the organizing committee, I mean, Fiona Chow, Adrian Lee,
yeah,
Kevin Lung, King Ho, Sonia. I know I'm going to miss a few, but it's thank you for all your support and coordination and hard work to make, you know, these 3 World Championships such a success.
Here's Hong Kong with the puck in the neutral zone, sends it in for the chase. Going in on his own, that's Lucko Wong, number 8. A very fierce player here. And we have a goalie change here. Thanks for pointing that out, Keith. Moses Fung in the net for the third period for Hong Kong, China.
That's a great coaching move there to give Moses some experience against this Uzbekistan team. So
it's going to be a great experience for goalies, especially, you know, what you need to work on.
But to play against these type of players too. I mean, these are really high caliber players, and you're going to get a high caliber shots.
Yeah. And it's just not something you can get with your local leagues. No offense to the expat players here in our leagues, but this is just not at the same level. And as a goalie, I'm sure you could relate to that. Sometimes you see play like teams like Uzbekistan, you know what they're going to do. You know where the shots are going to come from. You know how they're going to play, you know, the left-right game. You know you should make certain moves, but when you want to do it, it's not in your muscle memory. You're not quick enough. And then once you get there, these players have another way to score, which is amazing.
Yeah, but I'm sure a few of the players in the HKL is going to argue and say that, hey, I'm that caliber, even better. I'm not going to name names, but I'm sure that you know who they are.
Here's Hong Kong, China on the other way, going into the boards. Number 18, Kaka Cheng with the steal, but quickly Siniavci comes in with a breakaway. Great save by Moses Fung. And that's one of the top players on the Uzbekistani squad. And seeing Uzbekistan putting up monster numbers. Here's Nazarevich with another shot, rebound. Here's rebound, gets it out to Siniavci. Very, very smart plays there. And another tic-tac-toe play, back in front. Now Hong Kong gets it, sends it back out in the neutral zone.
You see their passing, it's just such incredible. You know where each others are.
Playing with so much poise, getting the puck in front of the goalie. With most of the players in this division, you just jam it in. You just want to jam it in. But with Uzbekistan, hey, it's all cool. Just look. Don't even look. Just get it back out, reset, and go at it again.
And just going back to that great save Moses just did. I mean, I'm smiling here again because you look at Hong Kong's future. You got Rexton and Moses, and it's unfortunately. Horens couldn't play because of an injury, but I mean, our goaltending is super solid here for Team Hong Kong China.
Here's a chance for Uzbekistan. Very nice skating, skates back, spin move there, looking for Khabibov. Khabibov to Kogan. Kogan back to Rustamkina. Look at how they move the puck. Every touch, a different player in a different position. Rustamkina fakes a shot. Over on to the right, left side of Khabibov. Shot, goalie made the save, and now Hong Kong China, Loko Wong sends it out, takes a hit along the way, and now he goes in for change. Very, very disciplined player here, Loko Wong. Rustamkinov on the right side goes in with the puck. Players cutting into the crease. Now Hong Kong China with a steal here. Justin Cheng moves it up. 8-1 still the score, 16 and change minutes to go in the final regulation period. 22, Yam Yi backhands it out. Rustamkinov to Dadakujayev. Dadakujayev looking for Maltsev. Couldn't quite get to Maltsev, and Hong Kong China with the puck. Bong Yan cutting in, looking for a pass. Hangs on to it. Too much pressure on the Hong Kong Chinese players, and now Uzbekistan gets it out. 2-on-2 opportunity. Now it's 3-on-3. Asimov at center. Kujayev skating in. Unable to control play. 15 and a half minutes to go. Number 13, Kusan Boev with the nice long pass to Sultanov. Sultanov turns around, stripped off by Hong Kong China, Brian Tang. Brian Tang moving in up close, and we have a whistle.
It looks like there's going to be a penalty here. I just couldn't see it here in the corner. But Uzbekistan will be shorthanded on a hooking call.
So it will be Hong Kong's chance, at least, to get some shots on the goalie. Get the goalie, their own goalie in Moses, an opportunity to rest. Spend some time in the offensive zone. See how they control this power play. And first up, it's Uzbekistan with a 3-on-2 on the right. Kravchenko. Kravchenko on to the right to Maltsev. Maltsev missed. And Maltsev with the steal. On to the right, one time. Glove saved by the goalie in Moses Fung. Uzbekistan controlling play in the offensive zone. Short-handed. Kusanboev couldn't defend the puck enough. Joby Watt with great forechecking. I don't know if that's even forechecking. Now number 9 in Ryan Chu coming back out of their own zone. Up front, 19, Justin Chang skating the blue line. Cross ice pass to Brian Chang. Sends it the other way, this one wide. Brendan Choi on the blue line at point. And they score, what a nice goal. Very patient and calm play. And Brian Chang bats it in to the open net.
Yeah, I believe it's Ryan Chu with the pass. Now Brian Tang on the side. It looks like it may have gone on his foot. This is here. This is a better angle right here. There's a hard pass. Oh,
That was a tap in.
no, the tap in. That's a great, great hand coordination there.
You could do it. On a video
Maybe.
game. On a video game.
Okay. Maybe 10 years ago, and 20 pounds lighter.
Maybe 30. Well, Hong Kong scored. Now it's a 6-goal game. 8-2 to score. Now Hong Kong is forcing Uzbekistan to play a little more aggressively now, just to be on the safe side. Very nice saucer pass. Never seen that live here in Hong Kong. Very high saucer pass. Getting to the other side of the rink. Nazarevic on the right side waiting for the pass to come out from the corner. Now Hong Kong, China with the puck. Number 18, Kaka Cheng. Kaka Cheng sends it in, gloved down by the goalie. Leaves it on the ice for his teammate. And plays out Siniavsky. Nice move. The second move, kind of lost the puck himself. Joe Biwat in for the forward check, and now we have the captain Rasulov racing in for the puck, and it's going to be icing against Uzbekistan with 13:13 to go in a game.
I know I said this on a few streams before, but I want to give a shout out to the coaching staff for the team Hong Kong China. I mean, this is the same coaching staff for the all three World Championships, and you see how all three teams have played hardworking, listen to and following the system. So again, just a hats off to all the coaching staff here on the team Hong Kong China for a great job for all three World Championships.
We're just chatting, we had a little short chat just before the period started with IIHF Vice President Peter Brica from Czechia, I guess it's now Czechia. He's also the chairman for this tournament here, the director and chairman. Great support from him, and just for him being here, I think it means a lot to everyone here in Hong Kong, China. And I hope we see you again because, hey, you know, we might do it again next year. I'm already hearing rumors about our chairman thinking about planning for next year.
I think everybody's done such a great job here. It's almost expected that a few more will come again here in Hong Kong.
And it's incredible to see the media coverage we're getting, the amount of exposure. This honestly a niche sport here in Hong Kong, winter sports. And we're getting the attention of the government officials, and hopefully with enough exposure and good team play, performances from Hong Kong China's team, and have more support from the government in the future.
And support from the sponsors as well to make this a success. We need all working together.
And we have a delayed penalty for against Hong Kong China.
Yeah, I believe it was Brian Tang there on a hook right near the Hong Kong blue line. And let's see. The referee has verified it's a hooking call, and it's the number 6, Brian Tang.
That's the referee from the Netherlands, Nicholas van Grinsven. The linespersons, Tomislav Grozak from Croatia, and from Singapore, Michael Chi-Seng Lo. Thanks for all these officials flying in from all over the world. We've had officials from Croatia, from the Netherlands, from Slovakia, from Singapore. It's a shorter flight, Singapore, but still thanks from Australia. So it's not. I know it's not easy, but I think these guys here, they're teaching our local referees a lot just by being here, showing these referees and officials what should have been done on the ice, and we hope these referees can learn from them and bring these back to our local leagues, and everyone improves.
Yes, all of them have been very professional and done a great job throughout this tournament here.
You've been a referee. You know how hard it is to be a referee in a three-man system. So you're looking at this, you know, oh, here's a goal. It's so nice. You know, I know I'm supposed to cheer for Hong Kong, China, but you know, when you see goals like these, you just can't help but just say, wow, nice goal.
And again, almost all 5 players touched the puck prior to go in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see here, no chance for Moses. And it's 9-2 the score.
So it's not just tic-tac-toe, it's ping, ping, boom, pang, boom.
Maybe it's connect 4 or connect 5.
Use all the vowels here. Tic-tac-toe, took, tech. And that's I don't know, is that a Russian way to play the game? No, not really. It's certainly something the guys here can learn from.
Well,
and here is Ryan Chu going in, and Rasulov picks it up. Siniavsky on the right.
Oh, another penalty coming up. So Hong Kong getting a little careless here on these types of penalties. One earlier they hook, and now Brendan Choi's going off for a trip. I was going to mention,
yes,
you mentioned earlier about my refereeing career. I mean, it's so rewarding being able to go to all the different places to represent Hong Kong and to put back into the game, basically, right? So we need officials, we need scorekeepers, we need off-ice officials. So without officials, referees, linesmen, there won't be any game.
It's an incredible sight to see the entire DPR Korea team in the audience. They will be waiting to pick up a medal after these games. The awards presentation show will commence immediately after this game. So at the end of the game, do stay tuned, because we will be handing out quite a few awards, and don't miss the cup hoisting thing. Oh, here is going to be a penalty. Ryan Tang took a shot in the head. It appeared to be a shoulder.
The referee had a arm up and looked at it for a long time. Let's just see here on the, oh, they caught him right up. I don't know, Scotty, it looks like kind of a headshot. I see the referee now talking to the linesman. They're in discussion, and they're in the referee's crease here to decide what the penalty's going to be.
Let's take a look at it again. It's a shoulder that has an upward motion. Now the captain for Hong Kong China, Tony Leung, also receiving the news from the officiating crew. Oh, and now Rostomkinov is out for a major.
So Nicholas from the Netherlands, the referee, this was the same referee that was also called the major that Brian Tang did a few games ago. So very similar, as he goes up, and you see there's no reason why he needed to do that. The puck was gone, and he targeted the head, and that is the right call. It's a 5-minute major and a game misconduct to the check to the head. I believe number 10 will serve the penalty.
Number 8, Rostomkinov out. And serving the major is number 10, Abdus Samad Nasirov. And it's going to be 4-on-4 for a minute 06. And then Hong Kong will have an extended power play for 3 and something minutes. Again, my math wasn't good, so kids stay at school, get your math, don't be like me. Here's Kogan with the puck. Kogan with a shot block. Ooh, that one just missed. Wang Qingyu. Nice pass to Michael Shum. Shum, here is a 2-on-1. Michael Shum feeds at the side, and it was saved. Here comes Gilov. Gilov moves in.
Oh, that's a great chance by Hong Kong. I don't understand why that couldn't go in.
Nazar with a slap shot. That one hit the backboards. Puck bounced all the way back into the Uzbekistani zone. 8:15 to go in the period or regulation time. And now Hong Kong is back to 5 players, and they will have a 3.5-minute major power play. On the right side, backs off the backboards to the left. Now we have the players punching up behind the net. Uzbekistan comes out with it. Siniavsky with the puck, doesn't even bother to slip it. Turns around, ties it along the boards. Now Hong Kong China gets it. Wang Wai-sam on the right side, gives it back onto the left side to Brendan Choi with another long shot. This one deflected wide. 23 Yam Yao backhands it back down deep, and Uzbekistan gets it, flips it out. And now they have possession. Siniavsky breaking out. Siniavsky backhands it. Goalie with the save. Wanted to play, but Siniavsky's right there. 2:39 to go in the power play.
Just remind the folks at home that are maybe new to hockey, difference between a minor penalty, which is a 2-minute penalty. If the team with the power play scores, that player comes right out. But on a major penalty, it doesn't matter how many goals they score. That 5 minutes or whatever time is remaining will keep, well, the player has to be in the penalty box until the time expires. Great save there by Moses.
7 minutes and change to go in regulation time. 2:25 to go in the power play. Here's Brian Tang, and it's an offside call.
I think Ryan Chu was looking for that pass, but the pass wasn't there, and he was kind of, I wouldn't say interfered, but it ran into the Uzbekistan player, which caused the offside.
7 more minutes until the end of the game. And the final 7 minutes for this tournament, of course.
Unless it's a miracle.
Comes back with 7 goals. But, you know, I should be really cheering for him, but, you know, this Uzbekistani team, it's just too good. You know, being able to play them to 9, limit them to 9 goals, I think in itself, it's already an achievement. So the boys deserve, you know, applause for what they've done here this game. And of course, they have been playing very disciplined. Not a lot of unnecessary penalties. For the most part, they've kept their cool. And also the fans here, they've been very good fans, courteous to the other side. And that's when hockey is beautiful to watch. Ratinlok Jovi with a shot here, whipped on it. Backhands it to Brian Tang, and Watt goes in for a change. 1:18 to go in the power play. Brian Tang with the shot, this one blocked. Hong Kong China still with possession. Brian Tang goes in, cuts in for the shot, and he scores.
Wow, what a great move. He's been doing this throughout the whole tournament. He's so patient with the puck. He looks, makes a move, keeps his head up, takes a look, and rips it by the goaltender. And it is now a 9-3 game.
Hey, perhaps a miracle is coming.
You mentioned about the fans earlier, and I believe every single one is still here cheering the boys on. This is great to see.
And don't forget, it's just a major penalty, so after they scored, They are still playing a 5-on-4. That's just 55 more seconds to go. We saw the Uzbekistani players had a little huddle just before the face-off, probably talking about what to do in this situation. Now they're in the lead is 6 goals. I don't think there will be a problem, but I'm sure they might want to add to the goal. And if Hong Kong managed to finish the game with this exact scoreline, they would be the only team in the division who's not allowed double-digit goals from Uzbekistan. And if they score another goal, they would be the team who could score the most goals against Uzbekistan. So for a lot of these players, especially the forwards, being able to score on this, completely outclassed team in Uzbekistan, it's going to be a great, great experience and good memories for sure.
I mean, just right now, this team has just played awesome against Uzbekistan. It's a great game, and the boys should be just applauded for their effort.
I still remember the first time as a goalie, I made a save from an ex-NHL player, a retired. He was in Hong Kong. It was just a normal shot, but I felt such a rush in my bloodstream. I told myself, "Ow! I made a save against an ex-NHL pro player." So
you can say that. I can't say that.
You should be able to say it because it's the same, probably the same guy. And so I completely understand the rush these players have when they play against Uzbekistan. Here's a shot in front of the goal, rebound, no goal. Plays going on, both teams are back to 5 apiece. They're back to even Frank. Here is a rebound shot in front of the goalie, and there's a scrum. Great job for the boys for skating away after the scrum.
Well, I thought there might have been a penalty here in the front where I believe is, let's take a look at here, a replay. And I see, there's a great save. Probably before that, if you take a look at the chance, just couldn't get the puck over him. But the one earlier, Ryan Chu on the side there, almost tucked it in, but it was a good stick check by the Uzbekistan defender.
9-3 to score, 3:33 to go in the game. Final 3.5 minutes in this tournament. And here comes Uzbekistan, number 9 at Gilov to Dorofeyev. Down low to Maltsev. Maltsev centering pass to Gilov, missed. Kravchenko on the left side. Back down to Dorofeyev. Maltsev gets it. Swings it to the other side. Almost missed his own player. He does miss it. Bom Yan sends it down. It's going to be icing.
Scotty here, I just want to hope you give me a few seconds here before I forget.
Yeah.
Or, we always say that we got 3 minutes left. It's almost over. Well, one of my favorite sayings from Dr. Seuss is that don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
Well said. It's it's the first year. For me, one of the things that presents the most challenge to me, of course, aside from the technical side of things, it's the names of these players. Over 3 tournaments, I've had some really, really difficult ones. Uzbekistan for one, number 16. Number 5, Timur Tilyakujayev. He was on the team on the U18 tournament. I had so much difficulties with his name, and now I'm finally familiar with everyone's name. I could call them generally without looking at my cheat sheet here, and all of a sudden it's done. I do get the feeling that the emptiness inside you. I really kind of don't want this to end, but yeah, as you said, we've done it, and I think it's very true. We should be happy and proud on what we've done so far.
I mean, not just yourself and the announcers, Craig Roselle, has been. Oh, there's a great goal here. Loco Wong picking up his first goal of the tournament. You know, I'm actually extremely happy for him because I've known Loco for ever since he was a kid. I mean, I still call him a kid. And, you know, he had an injury, but he's fighting through it. And playing in this game, getting a goal, that's awesome for him. Congrats there, Loco.
He's really focused, works really hard. Before the tournament started, he told me, I'm going to eat every single puck. I'm going to be fearless. I'm going to block every single shot. I'm going to make a play. I'm going to score. Well, he didn't say that, but that's what he is, who he is. And I'm also happy that he's a fine young man, by the way, and I'm so happy to see him able to score. And with that goal, Hong Kong becomes the team that scored the most goals over Uzbekistan. 9-4 the score. If you ask me, I knew Uzbekistan's going to win this game, but I did not know Hong Kong China can limit them to just 9 goals and score 4 on that one. So that to me was very surprising. Great job. I'm sure the fans, they have to be a big part of this.
Well, I'm sure they've earned a lot of respect from the Team Uzbekistan team. And again, for all the game so far in this tournament, Team Hong Kong China has probably played the best against this top team.
One more shout out to my partner right next to me, or 2 more actually, my camera operators. We have Jan, we have Hannah, we have Tim Poon, and the person who mans or controls the on-screen clock, the scoreboard today, and 2 nights ago we have Carmen helping out. Sometimes when you see the clock is off, it's Carmen, not me. And there's also a Nick. We had a whole lot of people, Ambrose, a lot of guys helping out, and thanks to everyone. And we have 12 more seconds to go. And oh, by the way, thank you for all the fans who sent me messages about things not working, things not looking the right way. And that's it. The final buzzer, 9-4. Hong Kong China wins bronze. And look at the support they're getting from the fans. It seems like they've won the tournament, but I think it's just an appreciation of what they've been able to achieve. Great job, boys, and men, not other than boys, but a great job, and great job to you too, Keith.
Well, thank you, and obviously couldn't do it without you, Scotty. I mean, I consider this actually a victory. I mean, nothing against the teams here, but we can all see Team Uzbekistan is just heads above everybody, and to see how Team Hong Kong China played this game with the intensity, they didn't quit. I mean, they could have easily just skated around, let them score 20-0, but no, they played their hearts out. They tried their best in front of all these fans here in Hong Kong. Great to see, and geez, it is over.
Yeah, it is. And it is over for us, but definitely not over for Uzbekistan. They have achieved 2 promotions in consecutive years. And if you look at their roster, they have some pretty experienced players, and they have also a very young core of players. You look at their roster, you can't help but to wonder, how far could they go, because they have such a great young core of players. And the future of ice hockey in Uzbekistan, it's just going to be good, and it's looking up. And for Hong Kong as well, I'm sure you know what's going on with the Hong Kong kids.
Well, it's the same thing with the Team Hong Kong, and just starting off with the goalies. They both.
Oh, you mean me and you?
Oh, yeah, I mean, no, I think retired there, but you look at the goaltending, I mean, the youth movement is on, a lot of young players, and a great coaching staff, again, I want to say, and they have a buy-in by all these players. And when you do that, you'll have success. So again, hats off to Team Hong Kong China, all the players, coaching staff, the Hong Kong China Ice Hockey Association. Well done.
And the final score 9-4, Uzbekistan with the win.
So right now they're going to announce the players of the game, and then followed by the national anthem, and then they're going to set up for the closing ceremony.
And here is the final standings. I compiled this on my own, so these are by no means official. For official stats, please visit IIHF.com. Uzbekistan finishes with 5 wins, 15 points. They will claim first place when winning the gold medal. DPR Korea, 4 wins, 1 loss, 12 points. The silver medalists, and Hong Kong China, 5 games, 3 wins, 2 losses. With 9 points, they just edged out Luxembourg and gets the bronze medal for this tournament. DPR Korea and Hong Kong, same standings as last year, but hey, this year they have Uzbekistan. Sorry for them not being able to get promoted. And Brian Tang with the best player of the game award selected by their own team staff. And this is for this game only. And for Uzbekistan, a lot of great players here today. 9-4 win over Hong Kong China. Players waiting patiently for the announcement. Best player, number 22, Pavel Siniavsky. Siniavsky, perhaps one of the most experienced player on the squad, other than maybe Dorofiev. And him and the rest of the younger players, there's a huge age gap between them. That's probably the lost generation of ice hockey in Uzbekistan. And now they have this ice rink, new ice rink, state of the art. I'm sure they're going to be performing well. And in the, right now it's the Kazakhstan Pro League. And hopefully in the future, just as they have planned, maybe one day in the KHL.
I can't do what you can do is pronounce these last names. All I know is the players that are usually with the name Pavel are pretty good.
Rink. And now we are going to be welcoming our chairman for the Hong Kong China Ice Hockey Association to present the best player for each team throughout the entire tournament. For Hong Kong China, I don't think there's any doubt. That's the alternate captain, number 19, Justin Chung Pan Cheng, or simply Justin Cheng.
Again, Justin's one of the players that I know growing up in Hong Kong. He had a fabulous tournament. He did what he could, block shots, make some great plays, score some nice goals. Well deserved.
And the best player of the tournament for Team Uzbekistan, number 7, Vadim Kravchenko, also the leading scorer in the division.
Yeah, he was
by a long stretch.
He was a force as well. I mean, again, you mentioned about the Ovechkin office there, just taking these one-timers and scoring a lot of their goals here on the left wing.
Kravchenko, also one of the older players on the squad. And hopefully we can see a few more years of Kravchenko, but they are going up to 3A. So we won't see him here again next year. And right now in 3A, there is the tournament going on at the same time. Turkmenistan might be the team that gets relegated. We'll see what happens next year. And now for the national anthem for Uzbekistan. Congratulations to Team Uzbekistan on a win. And now we will be rolling out the red carpet in preparation for the awards ceremonies. There will be a lot of awards to be handed out. The Directorate Awards, the best forward, best defender, and the best goalkeeper. Keith, any favorites of yours?
I'm gonna have to sound like I'm a homie, but Rex and Shu had another fabulous tournament. He'd be my pick, I guess, for the best goalie. But we'll see. Let's see what the other teams have voted for as we prepare for the closing ceremonies.
And we can also look to the individual stats to see if we can find some clues in terms of scoring. The top scoring forward of the league, well actually the top 5 scoring forwards, all from Uzbekistan. Vadim, Kravchenko, oh my goodness, look at these numbers. 5 games played, 19 goals, 16 assists for 35 points. That's what, my math is not good, but I know that's 7 points per game.
That looks like my career points, but
yeah.
20 years.
But 35 points per game, you know, it's just to get an understanding of how crazy that is. Connor McDavid, you know, one of the best players in the world, you know, his points per game around 1.5, probably less than that, eh? So that's 7 points per game. That's super. On second, that's Vasily Gilov, also Uzbekistan, 29 points in 5 games. Pavel Siniavsky, the best player of the game just now, 28 points. Rasulov, the captain, 26, and Dorofiev, number 23 points. Honorable mention to Hong Kong, China's Brian Tang. He ranks number 6 with 12 goals, 8 assists for 20 points. And the top defender, scoring defender, also from Uzbekistan, Ilya Nazarevich with 18 points. Artem Maltsev, 12 points, and Daniel Colgan, 10 points. These are the top scoring defenders. If you have to, I'm missing, yes, Baturovic from Mongolia. Who could ever forget number 10? He's ranked number 10 as well. 5 goals, 9 assists for 14 points. So, these are your picks.
I can't go wrong with any of them, but I think Batu was very noticeable. Let's put it that way. I mean, he played great defending his team with big hits, and he scored a lot as well. So,
in terms of the best goalie race, we do also look at the stats to find some clues for it. Rexton Chui Long Q, he's the top goalie in terms of saves percentage, 88.67% on the save successful rate. Daniel Muratov for Uzbekistan, 87.34. And for DPR Korea, Kim Kang-gun with 85.32. But if you look at the goals against average. The top goalie will be Daniel Muratov, 2.4.
It's also great to see all these teams. So as you can see on the camera here, DPR Korea, who finished in the tournament with the silver medals. I mean, people always ask me, they're a bit of a mystery of the mystery. The reason is because no one really knows too much about them. But as people watch them in this tournament, they're great. Obviously, players, they're physical. They have their systems, and this is why they were the obviously second best team behind.
These players from DPR Korea, I don't mind saying. At first, when they came, everyone's shy. They kind of avoided eye contact, where everyone they were, I don't know what's the word, timid. They're very reserved. For the first 3 to 4 days, it remained the same. But after every single game, they saw so much love from the arena. Fans cheer for them, fans clapped, and fans waved at them, and they started waving back to us. And then you can see now everyone has smiles on their face. These very young gentlemen, they're just like everyone, any other hockey-loving young men. And it's great to have them here. It's great to be able to talk to them. Apparently they have team officials who speaks pretty good English, so communication was never a problem. So we were honored to be able to host them, get them on the international stage. And Keith, you must know they've withdrawn from the tournament for a couple of years due to COVID and other reasons. And they were in Division 2B. And missing those years in points, it caused the ranking to drop, but they're winning the silver medals, they're happy, and I see them happy, I'm happy for them too.
Well, like the IIHF always says, hockey is family, and the IIHF hockey family is inclusive for all the teams. It doesn't matter where you are, who you are. Every player plays the game. Everybody has the equal opportunity to perform and to be, part of this World Championship program. So it's great to see, especially like I said, for people who've never seen hockey, but also the people who have watched hockey may not know a lot of these countries, such as DPR Korea. And for me, even Uzbekistan, I sounded ignorant, but I didn't know a lot. I did not know much about their hockey, but now I do. So it's great to be part of this hockey family, and we look forward to many, many more tournaments, events coming in. What do you think, Scotty? 2027, how many?
I don't want to think about it yet. I just want to go home and get to my kids.
I hate to remind you, we got the HKL playoffs tomorrow.
We'll see if I get to wake up tomorrow. And right now it's the IIHF Vice President, Mr. Peter Brisa, honoring or recognizing the game officials. Each one of them gets a souvenir for their effort. Their job's never easy. We do apologize with the quality of the video or graphics. It's one of the makeshift ways that we get the things done here in Hong Kong. And very honestly, this is a security camera. It just happens to, we can pan, tilt, and move around and zoom. It's not the best of quality, but it's way better than constantly shooting from the back of our honorable guests, and it gets the job done. And it's just one of the things we do here. We don't have enough cameras, and this is something we use. But hey, hopefully next year we get more funding, and that's what we can do.
As expected here, Rexton Chu was just named the best goaltender for the tournament. Congrats, Rexton.
Of course, great stats, a great player. He's been awesome since the U18s and the under 18 since until now. 4.65 goals against average, 88.67 saves percentage. And today, honestly, without Rexton, it would have been a blowout.
Well, I kind of want to take a little bit of credit. I was the first one to give Rexton's the best goalie award way back when he was, well, I'm going to say way back, when he was a lot younger.
And here we go, the best defender of the tournament. And that award goes to Mr. Batu Baturovic from Mongolia. Such an important player. And you know, when he takes off his gear, his helmet, he just looks like a fine young man. He's not intimidating at all.
Well, I call him the gentle giant because when I first met him, I mean, he's so well-mannered, so polite, well-spoken, big guy, has a big heart, and congrats to him to be named the best defenseman of the tournament.
And best player, best forward of the tournament from Uzbekistan, the top scorer of the division, Vadim Kravchenko. And that, I don't think, would come as a surprise to anybody at all. 5 games, 19 goals, 16 assists for 35 points, a plus 28. It's just amazing. Congratulations to these winners.
Yeah, all three are well-deserved.
Congratulations, and we do have to mention these folks handing out the awards. The younger guy, Mr. Sherman Chan.
The good-looking guy?
Yeah, the handsome guy. He asked me to say it, so.
And then the other
the other handsome, Mr. Peter Briza. I didn't know who he was, so I Googled him, and he's an ex-national player for Czechia, a goalie, bronze medalist in the 1992 Olympic Games. And now the presentation of the medals. The bronze medalist, Hong Kong, China, of the 2026 IIHF World Championships, Division 3, Group B. They finished with the same results as last year. But job well done, you know, considering Uzbekistan in the mix. Without Uzbekistan, they would have finished in second place.
Well, the boys should keep their, should not hang their heads down. I mean, they did a great job, played with their hearts, battled every single game. Congratulations to Team Hong Kong, China here for the bronze medal.
All right, some pretty memorable names. Here we saw Wang Qingyu, number 11, Wang Wai Sum. Taking a medal, number 22, Yam Yi, Yam Yao, the Yam brothers. Number 16, Michael Shum, the first line winger. Horace Chung, the third goalie. Most experienced goalie, and unfortunately he injured himself. Well, I shouldn't say that, but he got injured. Ryan Chu, the second top scoring forward for Hong Kong, China, and Brian Tang, of course, number 6. Not easy to rank 6th in overall scoring. And the coaching staff, the guys I know, Robert Kang, the general manager in Yannick Wong, and of course the coach, Michael, still don't get his name, Beharo, Brow. Please come and educate me on your name, Michael, and I'd love to have a chat with you. Congratulations to Hong Kong, China. And the captain, Tony Leon, a long-serving captain for the team, did play a lot, and we've seen this year really a change of guards. A lot of more experienced veteran players not on the roster, and the association decided to go with a younger core of players, and that's something that I think it's been working well for the team.
It's always going to be tough because you look at even even the likes of Team Canada. There will be some really good players that maybe should have been on team and whatnot. Coaches have a tough choice, but my message to the players that didn't make the team, work hard. You're gonna get another chance next year, and just prove yourself that you're gonna make this team and work extra harder. That's all you got to do.
Congratulations to Hong Kong, China on winning bronze in this year's tournament. And now receiving their medals, DPR Korea, Democratic People's Republic of Korea, I hope I got that right. Silver medalist for the 2026 IIHF World Championship Division 3B. They beat Luxembourg today in a convincing fashion, and that win really sealed their silver medal into their pockets.
Well, their game against Hong Kong was, I guess you can look back at it, was pretty much for the silver medal, I guess you could say, and that game was close. It was only 4-3. It could have went either way. So again, these two teams are very, very similar, and the results showed it as well.
A lot of interest in this DPR Korea squad among fans and the media and players. A lot of players really, really wanting to have exchanges with these players, and I think towards the end of the tournament they opened up. I think especially when they realized they have made sure they've gotten the silver medal, then I think that's when they all breathed a sigh of relief, because I know they have so much pressure in winning something. The last thing they want is to finish in fourth place, and that's what I think gave them a lot of pressure in today's game. Because if they had they lost to Luxembourg, they would have been finished. They would have finished in fourth place.
Well, another thing I was very pleasantly surprised. They have quite a lot of fans here in Hong Kong. I saw them cheering, waiting for them, asking for their autographs, asking for their jerseys. So, congratulations, DPR.
They do have very good, hockey skills. Their body type very similar to what we have here in Hong Kong, China, and I think that's why a lot of players, they look at these North Korean players or the DPR Korean players, and they think, hey, he's going to be my hero because he can do it so well. I want to be like him. For what I think anyway, for say players on the Uzbekistani roster, these guys, they're built differently, and they're so much taller and bigger, and to a certain degree we look at them as idols and great players. And now it's time for the gold medals of Team Uzbekistan. The gold medalists for the 2026 IIHF World Championship Division 3 Group B. Surely a lot of folks here in Hong Kong were shocked when they saw how good these players are. Where did they come from? Wow, how are they so good? Where is Uzbekistan? What is Uzbekistan? I've never heard about the name. Well, hey, now you do.
Well, I have a lot of friends that are kind of new watching hockey, and they always said, hey, is it always going to be big guys that's going to win all the games? Well, not only you have to be big, especially playing in a contact sport, but you have to be agile. You have to be good skaters, and you can see with this Uzbekistan team, not only they're big, they're physical, they're great skaters, and they passed the puck well, and this is why they were so good in this tournament.
Congratulations to Team Uzbekistan on winning the gold medal. And I think there won't be any speeches, or will there be? I think at least Mr. Brisa might want to announce something prior to handing out the gold trophy. I'm not sure a lot of these guys on the ice, they're going to have a great party tonight. Unfortunately for folks in the Hong Kong Chinese team, a lot of them have school tomorrow.
and prepare for their playoff game tomorrow as well. Too.
Yeah. And some of them might have to go work, like Tony, he might have to go to work. And the coaching staff as well. But it's been a miracle, a fantastic drive. Tomorrow everyone returns to their normal selves. And you and I return to our jobs in our local leagues.
Getting ready for the playoffs tomorrow, basically.
Good luck seeing me tomorrow night.
I just want to point out again we talk about new viewers. I mean, if you're a new player.
It's now for the anthem for Uzbekistan. That's the Vice President of IIHF and the Directorate Chairman of the tournament. And here comes Uzbekistan with the trophy. That's a captain, number 6, Rasulov. And getting ready for him to join his team, who's already waiting for him. Congratulations to Team Uzbekistan for winning the championship trophy here in Division 3B. We wish you all the best in the tournament next year in Division 3A, and we hope you go all the way to the elite division, and one day hopefully we'll see some of these guys in the Olympics. Keith, we're almost done. Any last words from you?
Yeah, I just want to thank again everybody, all the players, all the teams, coaches, fans, sponsors, the Hong Kong China Ice Hockey Association, IIHF, and anyone else involved here on a great 3 weeks, I guess you can say. So best of luck to all the teams in the new season.
And it's great to see all these players around. Uzbekistan, DPR Korea, Hong Kong China, Mongolia, Luxembourg, Philippines. Good thing this year nobody's going to get relegated, and we will see most of these teams except for Uzbekistan, and we shall await the team who gets relegated from the upper division. We don't know who that is yet, but we'll know by tomorrow. And Keith, thanks for being such a great color commentator and taking care of everything around the rink.
Well, thank you, Scotty, for your professionalism, your hard work, and great work throughout all the broadcasts. And I can't wait for another opportunity to work with you again.
And that's all the time we have. Good night, goodbye, and see you again next year. My name is Scotty Yang. On behalf of the IIHF, thank you very much.